Hey guys, today I'll be talking about a topic that I've heard a lot of questions about here and there. That topic is where should you be hitting down strums and where should you be hitting up strums during your strum patterns and your rhythms. So of course it's going to be different every time. Different genres have different tendencies, and of course every song has a different strum pattern. But I hope to give you some guidelines on things you can do to make your down and ups more automatic. So it's going to be a brief talk, but if you want more hands-on exercises, I'll put some links in the description below to exercises you can practice with if you want to go more in depth with it. Getting started, the first thing you want to do when trying to find where you should be hitting down, where you should be hitting up, is to find the downbeat of the song. So the downbeat of the song is usually the pulse that you nod your head to when you're listening to music, or sometimes people headbang if you're listening to heavier types of music. And the common ways to find that in popular forms of music is to listen to the drums. So oftentimes in popular forms of music, the drums would be doing the kick and the snare, alternating between the two. So kick being the thud, snare being the loudest drum that you hear. So you'll hear often it'll do boom, tap, boom, tap, boom, tap. That's giving you your downbeats. Sometimes the kick will be playing the whole time, so it'll just be boom, 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 and that's called 4 on the floor. And that's also giving you downbeats. Sometimes you'll hear a piano doing it, sometimes you'll hear a bass guitar, sometimes you'll hear a rhythm guitar, and sometimes a combination between all of them. But if you're listening in for the rhythm section, you'll often feel that pulse driving the song. So the first thing you want to do when you find that pulse, the downbeat, is to start tapping your foot to it. So just down, 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 down. And so once you get your foot tapping, you can start strumming along to it. So you just strum down along with your foot, staying right on the downbeat. And that's called quarter note strum. So I'll be demonstrating with a C chord, and you can strum along if you want to practice with me. It's just strumming along with what I've found the downbeat to be, and foot tapping and strum going down at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. So once you find that, that's a consistent quarter note strum, you can get rid of some of those strums in between to get different variations of quarter notes. And you can keep your foot tapping just to give you a perspective of that space that should be in between all your strums. So I'll demonstrate some variations of that here, and you'll see different ways you can string these quarter note strums together. This is just straight quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get rid of some of them. Sometimes you'll need a faster rhythm than that, or a faster division. And what you can do there is your foot is doing a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, right? So you can follow that with your hand as well. So what you're doing there is you're doing a downbeat, and you're adding the upbeat, and also doing down strum, up strum. And what that's called, if you're consistently doing that, it's called the eighth notes. So I'll demonstrate that here, just doing a down, up along with my foot. So that rhythm is twice as fast as the quarter notes we were doing earlier, and I just did that by playing the same downs that I was playing earlier, but also adding an up in between. So once you get that going, you can do variations of eighth notes by taking some out and leaving some in. So I'll demonstrate that here. So just getting the foot tapped first, and then straight eighth notes, and then I'll take some out and leave some in. So if you notice, whenever I'm doing those variations, my hand is keeping a straight down up, even when I'm not playing the rhythms in between. And I'm just pressing down on the strings when I want to play the rhythms, and I'm taking my hand away when I don't want to play the rhythms. So this gives you that consistent down up kind of reference, yeah, and then from there you play when you want to, and you take out when you want to. So sometimes you'll need a rhythm that's faster than this. We just did eighth notes, but the next step would be to add a 16th note division. And to do that, it would be hard to add a down or an up in between what we have already. So first thing you want to do is go back to your eighth notes, strum them all down instead of down up. So we used to do it down, up, down, up, down, up. But I'm going to make these all down strums now. So you hear that a lot in a lot of rock and alternative music, and that just gives you a more driving sound. So now that we got all downs on the eighth notes, you can add an up in between to get 16th notes, and that's going to be twice as fast as eighth notes. So this is just eighth notes all down. I'm going to add an up in between, and we'll have 16th notes. So then from there you can take some out and leave some in again, and that way you'll have a lot of variations of 16th note rhythms. So I'll demonstrate just a bunch of variations of that here. So starting with just straight 16ths. And I'm going to take some out, I'll leave some in. So there you can see a lot of variations as well. When you're using 16th notes, you're taking some out, leaving some in. And again, you can see my hand is just doing a straight down up as I'm taking those notes out. So hopefully that was helpful. If you liked the video, please consider liking or subscribing. And if you have any comments or questions, please comment in the comment box below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next video.